Oh, well, let's start with this one, yes. Let's start. I've had it all on Twitter all week.
Do our fans have the right to laugh at Tottenham?
No, listen, this is because I don't think people are understanding me on what I'm saying. On what let me put it this way. And let me put it, because I had someone else on UFF this morning, not naming any names, has put me in, without naming me, but he knows what he was, a little dig at me about it. But then
what did he say?
I won't name him. I won't give him any more publicity. He's got enough publicity as it is. But
oh my gosh!
He said that we have every right, this and that, but he didn't. He didn't understand what I was saying. Right. This is where I come from. Right. And this is, let me put it there. And please listen. And it's all to you people out on Twitter. Listen to what I'm saying.
I thought you come from England. Right. Obviously, other countries are available.
Right.
And Italy, obviously other countries.
What I'm trying to say is, number one, right? Yes, it's great that they lost. Yes. But they have finished higher than us, right? They have got to a European Cup final, a proper European Cup final, not the BTEC competition.
So have we, though,
right?
to be fair. So have we.
Right, they've got to a European Cup final, right? Which is a great effort.
Yeah, so
right.
Was
also, I mean, they've had a better season than us.
Only by
and it doesn't look good when where we're all going on about being all Liverpool, getting on Liverpool's. Making out it's our win, it's our win as well, right? Right, listen to me, right?
I think that's funny.
It's embarrassing. The whole country is laughing at us, yeah, because of that, yeah, right?
I think that's quite funny.
The whole country. I've had Drifty go on about it, jumping on our backs.
Drifty?
Jumping on our backs.
Drifty? Who's Drifty?
Jumping on our backs.
What's Drifty talking about?
Won the European Cup, you're jumping on our success. I'm not having it, right? I'm not having it.
So you're going to listen? Are you going to listen to Drifty?
Right, listen to me.
Listen to Drifty.
No, listen to me.
What's
right?
Drifty
That's
talking
what
about?
I'm on about. Yeah. I'm also on about. Yeah. You cannot slaughter. It looks really stupid to slaughter a team, right? That has done far better than that rubbish that we produced the other night. If we'd have won, we could have bantered them all day long, yeah? But after producing that rubbish and looking at the state our fucking football club is in at this present moment, right? And the state of our club is in at the moment, to banter them, you look really stupid. And that's what I meant, right? That's what I meant.
Okay.
Right? And when they come on about where they were wearing Barcelona shirt, yeah? So what? So they're stupid as well.
No, but that's
when they were wearing Barcelona, they were stupid as well to banter us then. But that doesn't. Two wrongs don't make a right, do they?
Fair enough.
Two wrongs don't make a right. This is the stupidity that you've got to get through to these people on Twitter, and they're calling me the stupid one, right?
Oh, no one's
our fan base is an absolute joke.
No.
An absolute joke.
No, I can't agree
not
with that.
all of our fan base. The ones that are on social media, they're a joke.
Well,
they are a joke because they don't accept what we are in at the moment, right? They were more interested, and this is even before our game, they were more interested in the game on Saturday with Tottenham than our own bloody game. That's what our fan base is all about. They're a joke, an absolute joke. And they're not even hurting. I'm hurting. I'm hurting because we got beat. I'm hurting because we got slaughtered.
I'm sure a lot of us are.
There's my answer.
Okay, all right. Okay, Claude. So what I would say to that is, I don't think anyone should call anyone stupid. I don't think. I think, yes, I'm hurting. A lot of others are. I'm hurting. But what it is that I think we can banter them. The thing is, see, I understand what you're saying, but I can see both sides.
But don't you see it's stupid bantering? It's like we've done worse than them, right? And we're bantering them. Don't you see how stupid that looks?
Yeah, but that's what they do all the time.
If we won, well, I would banter them all day long. Yeah. Yes, certainly banter them. But after that pathetic show on Wednesday, we've got no right to banter anyone. We look even more stupid.
No.
The whole country is laughing at us. They're not laughing at me. They're laughing at idiots that keep laughing at me, mate.
No.
That's what they're laughing at.
No, like no one has got Claude, obviously.
And by the way, certain fans, right, who talk to me on private on Wednesday night after the game, say a different thing on Twitter because they're playing a bloody game. They're playing it for commercial reasons, and that's all I'm saying. This is what gets on my nerves, right? I am straight. I'm straight. What I say on Twitter is what I say in public to anyone. I don't play any games, right? Because I speak from there. Do you see that? I speak from there. Whether you like it or not, I speak from there. Not for commercial reasons, I speak from there. There you go.
Okay, fair enough. But the thing is, I don't think any of our fans have a right to call any of our fans stupid. That's a bit over the top. But the thing is, I can see both sides. Yes, we shouldn't really say nothing after losing. But you know what some, and I emphasize some Tottenham fans are like. We've been battering them for years and they still have a go at us. That is why. I don't think the whole country is laughing at us and the whole country can't laugh at us. And when you're talking about the whole country, I'll tell you why. When you're talking about the whole country, you're talking about the whole country watching football, aren't you? You're not talking about the whole country.
I'll tell you why they're laughing at us.
They can't laugh at us.
Because we're more interested in what the Liverpool.
No.
There was more about Liverpool. There were more people worried about it. And certain high profile people on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Who run their own podcasts, were running it on about putting Liverpool shirt. Please do us a favour. Please don't let me.
I think that's funny.
Stand. Please.
No, but I think that's quite funny.
But it isn't funny because all season the same people have been slaughtering Liverpool, slaughtering them, and now it's please can you? How pathetic does that look?
Well, I don't.
Grovel.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I'm saying is that remember, you have to remember what it is. It's Tottenham. And the thing is, I say some, I won't say all, a lot. You know what they're like. You know what the Tottenham fans are like. They always have a go at us. Isn't it? So that's why. But what I would say is that don't forget, remember when Robbie asked that question, Remember what you said?
I said it was an impossible question to answer.
No, but
I don't want my team to lose.
No, but you did say that if it worst come to the worst, you prefer us to lose and Tottenham lose, didn't you? You did say that, didn't you?
But that's different to bantering after the game, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's different. It's a whole different subject altogether.
But
what I will say, of course I wanted to lose. I wanted them to lose. I wanted Liverpool. I wanted Liverpool. I was happy that Liverpool win. What I'm trying to say is when you go out in public, right? In public, on Twitter and all that, and embarrass yourselves by
they didn't
embarrassing yourselves.
No, they're not, Claude, because did you see what the Tottenham fans did? Did you see what they did? You see how many of them were talking? How many of them?
Subject. Let's not go on them. Let's go.
How many of them were talking?
I don't want to talk about them.
But the thing is, no, I don't think we embarrass ourselves. It is wrong for people to call you stupid, just like it's wrong for you to call people stupid. Our fan base shouldn't be arguing, but I can understand. Like I can see both sides. Because I can see both sides. But at the end of the day, the question was, do we have the right to banter Tottenham? We've got the right to banter Tottenham to the end of time. Whatever happens, because we'll always have a greater history than them. So, in answer to that, the question is yes. Even if they did win the Champions League, which fortunately they didn't, we still would, yes, 100%.
That's your opinion, it's not mine.
Always, obviously, that's by Atlantic Star, another fantastic old school song. Always. Right. I'll start with you, Claude.
It's time to go.
Is Unai the right man for the job?
It's time to go.
Next season and beyond. It's time to go. Already. What do you mean? What, are we finishing our show? Is our time's up?
Wednesday night was the end for me. He put all his eggs in one basket. He said he completely messed the league up, knowing that he's thinking he's going to win the Europa League. He made the gamble. He took the gamble. He's hang his head now and go. I'm sorry. He's got a player there, right? And don't get me wrong, Ozil's just as bad as he is, but he's got a player there, right, that you could see all season doesn't want to play for him anymore, yeah?
And who you're talking about?
So in the final, despite he can't stand him, despite that, he's playing him, right, to justify him selling. So he's sacrificing the competition to satisfy that he needs to sell him. And I don't think that's good enough. I'm sorry, I don't want it. He's not high profile enough for this job. He's not big enough for this job, and I think he's got to go. He's simple. He comes out and says, right, that we've had a good, I think we've done really well this season. We've shown a lot of pride. Pride? What pride? Did you see that embarrassment on Wednesday night? Pride? No, I'm sorry, he's got to go. And I'll tell you what, and also about 8 or 9 of them can get out the door as well, because I'm sick and tired of a lot of them. They haven't got the mentality to play for this big football, to play for a big football club. Their mentality is not right. It's about time now. What we've got to do now is scrap the whole lot and start again. It's sad to say this. We've got to scrap the whole lot and start again. Start again. You can't keep doing one little hole and then one other big hole appears. Scrap the whole lot and let's start again. Rebuild again. The whole lot. Rebuild. With a new manager and rebuild. I'm sick and tired of seeing these same players with the mentality they've got doing nothing for this football club. Nothing. I've had enough of them.
Okay, so you're saying he should go after one season?
Yes.
But you know what I'm going to say to you though. You are the one that wanted change, isn't it?
Yes, and I want another change. Here we go.
Well, just like, but
yes, yes, out.
But doesn't
out.
But doesn't he deserve
out? Out.
It's not.
Out.
It's not tennis. It's not tennis.
Well, exactly.
Obviously,
well, some of the scores are not far from tennis scores, are they? No.
No, but you have to give him a chance, Claude. Come on.
No,
You've got to give him
out.
So what about a chance?
No chance.
So you're not going to give him
back
a
here
chance?
next season with the same old crap. Give him another chance. I'm not having it. No.
No, but doesn't he deserve a chance?
I had 12 years of Wenger doing nothing, and I'm not having this again. I'm not having this all again.
Don't forget what Arsene did as well. Don't forget what he did. Well, so you're not going to give Unai a chance?
I'll tell you what he did. He left a lot of mess here. A lot of mess.
And what about the good things?
That's what he did.
What about the good things, No, but you got to give Unai. You have to give him a chance. You have to give him a chance. Claude, come on. You have to be. Come on. Let's be real. You got to give him. You can't say. I think
he's not big enough for the job. He's not good enough for the job. Yeah, but as simple as that. He's not good enough.
But he's had one season.
Right? He's got no philosophy. Got no style of play at all. Yeah, he's got no style. No style of play. There's nothing there. Nothing there at all. There's no style. Nothing.
No, but it's
right.
It's one season. You got to give him a chance.
He's out of his depth. He's not good enough.
I wouldn't say that. But you got to give him a chance.
He's not good at it. He didn't know what. 1 minute he's playing this, 1 minute he's playing that, 1 minute he's playing another. 1 minute he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm sorry. We need someone that knows what they're doing.
Like who?
I'd even take Benitez tomorrow. I'll take Rafa Benitez.
Yeah, Rafa Benitez is a good manager.
Right.
Rafa Benitez is contracted.
Someone that's organised, knows what they're doing. Yeah, got it up there.
Yeah, but he has got it up there. You've got to give Unai
No.
So you're not giving him a chance. Isn't that a bit unfair then? To not give him at least a chance?
No.
You got to give him at least a chance. He's had one season. He's had maybe 1.5 transfer windows. You've got to give him a chance to put his identity.
The only difference between him and Wenger, he just runs up and down the line. That's all. The only difference. The other one sat down. That's the only bloody difference.
And what did the other one win? What did he win then?
I'm just saying. At the moment, I'm sorry, mate. He's got to go. And
that's your opinion.
Yeah. End of subject.
Well,
I don't think we've even got to go into this anymore.
Well,
thank you.
I'd say yes. Unai deserves, of course, the very least, he deserves a chance. I think he's done a good job this season. Of course, definitely, 100%. All right, Claude.
Does Ozil have a future?
Does Mesut have a future? I know what you're going to say.
No, and nor does the manager. I think the both of them need to go. I mean,
you don't think Mesut's got a future?
No.
Why?
I love Mesut. I love what he was, but I just don't think he fits into the game. The only way we can keep Mesut is if I usually say get someone in and get some more different players around him. But I don't think his heart's in it anymore. I think I don't think his heart's in it now. I think he has to go as well. But to blame just him, like people are on social media, are blaming just Mesut Ozil is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous because you can only play with what's around you, and I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, that's true.
The rubbish that's around him, I'm afraid.
I wouldn't say that, but
I'm afraid. I don't blame him. I just feel for him, for his own sake, to just go and maybe build another career in Turkey or whatever. But I just don't think it's going to happen here.
Well, but you know what I'm going to say. I still think he has a future. I agree. I wouldn't say there's rubbish around him. Maybe not the quality that he was used to.
I think you need better. I think you need different type of players to get the best out of him. And I don't think we have that. And I think maybe the best thing for him is to leave. But it's going to be a problem there because of his wages. What are Arsenal going to do? Are they going to lose all that money? because they're not going to get a fee for him. They're not going to get much of a fee, so, and his wages is sky high. So there's a problem. There's a big problem there, but whether we want him in or out, I don't think it's irrelevant. I think it's going to be a big problem one way or the other. Here's the answer to that one.
Well, to me, I think he has got a future, but I think, like you said, he needs the players around him, and he isn't going to. He's got to do the job that he can do. He can't be asked to do something that he can't do. He has to be asked the job he can do, but he's still one of our world-class players. And if we get rid of him, we have to replace him. And who do we replace him with? So I believe he's got a future. I hope he's got a future. I hope he's got a future. And yeah,
well,
I think he's got a future.
He hasn't if this bloke was still here anyway, so.
Well, I hope he has.
Cool. Your phone.
Huh?
I need your phone.
Oh, okay. Gosh, you know what? I didn't even turn it off. It's lucky you said Liverpool. I didn't even turn it off.
Lucky you come in now.
It's true. I didn't turn it off, man.
That was close.
No.
Actually, I better turn this off.
Hold
on, mate.
You're really comfortable, isn't it? I think, you know what? We didn't turn our phones off, Brendan.
No, it's fine.
But it's lucky you came, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it now? Can you imagine somebody was ringing?
Well, I think that's.
So should we focus
I think
on
that's,
you?
yeah, as I said, I'll scrap the whole thing and start again. I think. Can we do that? But what you've got to have that talent underneath.
We have got the talent underneath, but
whether they can progress as well.
They need time.
Yeah, but that talent's got to be there. And you've also got starting with this Ajax, you've got to have the proper people like the Ajax to do that job, right? And they've got proper coaches that know what they're doing. We need that sort of. Yeah, I would love that. I think that's the only way we go because we don't spend any money.
Well, we're going to have to, aren't we?
I think that's the only way to go. I would go that way, yeah. I'll definitely go that way.
But
with that, we're going to have to be, there's another thing, you're going to have to be, there's going to be a lot of patience involved. But the only thing, but at least that way, you know something's getting done. This way, it's just, you're not going anywhere. You're going up and back, up and down, up and down.
Well, I don't know.
At least that way, you go down, but you know you're going to come up eventually. With this way we're doing at the moment, we're not going anywhere. As I said earlier, I would scrap the whole thing and start again, and that would be a good idea. But we need someone like the coaches from Ajax to do that, because it's no good getting someone from a different background that hasn't got that sort of way of playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true. I just think it's going to be. I don't think we can afford to, because if we start again and scrap it, that's going to be very, very difficult. That's very, very difficult.
But it's better to do that, right, than go to just. It's like what we're doing at the moment is we're filling one hole, right, and then another hole appears, right. What I'm saying is to scrap the whole thing and then you start again and then you build properly. The way we're going at the moment, you're filling one, and then another hole appears. Then you fill that hole, and another hole appears. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then
with that, you scrap the whole thing up, and then you start again. Yeah, but then that's what I want.
Okay, but then if that's what you want,
the way we're going, we're not going anywhere, because these players, if they're all here next season, mate, God help us, we're in trouble, mate.
Yeah,
we're in trouble.
Yeah, but if you're saying that, Claude, if I'm understanding what you're saying that we've got to start from the bottom, and the bottom means. It doesn't mean Europa League. The bottom means at the bottom, doesn't it? So where do we start? Where is our benchmark to go to and to come back from?
And another thing, it took its toll on us this year. We played too many of these players in there. Right, we should have played all the young players in the opening stages of the Europa League.
Possibly.
We didn't do that, and what we done, and we're paying the price. We paid the price towards you. That's got to be changed as well. But anyway, what I'm trying to say, what I'm saying is that I would scrap this whole.
But where would you start from?
Start again.
But if you, like I said, if you scrap, where would you start then? What is the benchmark then? Because that means if you're scrapping.
At the moment, we've got the keeper's okay. Yeah, the keeper's okay.
But,
right?
Yeah.
Right. I'd maybe keep Bellerin, but the rest of them.
The rest of them. So what about Pierre and Alexander?
No, I'm talking about the defence. I'm not going into that yet.
Okay,
Yeah?
all right, the defence. Okay,
Right.
so then, so what about
Right.
So what about Papa Socrates?
Then you got.
You wouldn't keep
I
him?
don't think he's good enough. No, I don't. I think. I think he's at a certain level, but not the level that I want to see. I want to. He'll have another 1 year, and then he'll disappear anyway. So we got to stop all that, and then we got midfield. We got to completely change the midfield. I'd keep Torreira maybe. I think I'd keep Torreira with another season. He'll get used to the Premier League. I'll keep Torreira, right? And then you got your forwards. The thing with Aubameyang, where the biggest problem with Aubameyang now is that these teams now coming in. His agent is now wanting him to give him 300 grand a week. And what you've got a problem here now, he's sell-on value. You're going to have another big problem here because he's 30 years old. His sell-on value is going to be rubbish, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, but do we
he's
want
30 years old, right? Now, do you take the money or do you give him 300 grand a week? Here we go. Well, I'll ask you now.
Well, I would. Well, I don't know. I don't know about 300 grand a week, but I would definitely. The thing is, I would keep him unless, and I don't want him to go. So I'm not saying to go. I'm saying unless we can find somebody who's going to come in and do a better job. That's why I'm talking about Mesut. That's why I'm saying Mesut.
Well, you don't need to find the actual top. You could buy a striker, another striker in for half the price. It doesn't have to be absolutely. But what you do is you bring Eddie through as well.
Eddie.
You bring Eddie Nketiah
Eddie, Eddie and Nketiah, yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Or do you do that, or do you give him 300 grand with no sell-on value, and then you've got the same problem as Mesut Ozil? All I'm saying, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not so sure. I mean, what would you do?
I would give it at the moment. I would give him the money. I'd give him money because he's shown.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't give him the money. Why not?
Not 300 grand a week. Sorry.
Why wouldn't you give him the money?
No.
Doesn't he deserve it after the season he's had?
Because I see flaws in it. I just don't see it.
You see flaws in his game, or you see flaws?
Yeah, I saw it in the final.
Oh yeah, but the final's a one-off.
I saw it in the final. Now they're the biggest games, mate. If you can't perform in the big games, you're not a 300 grand a week player.
No, but you're saying, but look at the season. So you're going to judge him on? Are you going to judge him on the final,
and
or are you going to judge him on the whole season?
Spurs when we needed to win, and it was a vital penalty.
Yeah, but you can't blame him.
If that was 300 grand a week player, I want that in the back.
Yeah, but you can't blame him for that.
I'm sorry, mate.
But what about the encroachment? You can't blame him for that. You can't blame him for that. And don't forget what he did at home. You can't blame him for the encroachment. You can't blame him for that.
It's not encroachment. The penalty was shocking.
What about the encroachment? Isn't it the encroachment? The thing is, I understand what you're saying. He might not have turned up in the final. The team didn't turn up in the final. That's fair enough. But on a whole, if you look at the season on a whole, he was a joint top goal scorer with Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. So, in that respect, he does deserve the money because he has done his job, hasn't he? He has done his job. If he's top goal scorer, he's done his job. It means, unfortunately, the rest of the team.
Also been lazy to track back as well.
Fair enough, but like I said,
he
he can't be asked to do what he's not done. But I'm looking at pure goal scoring, and he's done the job. He has done the job, so no one can criticise him for not doing that.
I'm just looking at it in the overall balance. That's how you see it. I see it.
Yeah,
fair enough. Difference of opinion. That's fair enough.
Okay,
thank you.
What are your thoughts on Jose passing? The funny thing is, this is gonna. Obviously, we'll do this here. We'll do this in the round because it's really, really sad, and that's all we got to touch on.
You know what, mate? It's very sad.
It's really, really sad. It's really, really sad.
I don't know why he was driving at that speed. And
what was the alleged speed he was driving?
120 mile an hour.
Allegedly. Really? Yeah, but who knows? Who knows? He could. Who knows? We don't. No, well, we don't.
Look, it doesn't matter. Whatever happened, I mean, it's a very sad thing.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
He gave us a lot. I remember
he's one of our invincibles, wasn't he?
I remember when he came in January that year, didn't he?
He did come in January.
And he was valuable because if you look at it, if we got injuries, he would push in. He came in, he done his job.
Oh,
he got important goals. I remember that cracking goal against Chelsea. I think it was the FA Cup.
Well, this is what I was going to bring. It was that was an incredible goal because
that was and he scored one where he closed down Van der Sar.
Yes, that's right.
That was very clever.
Helped us to win the league unbeaten, Invincibles. Yeah, that's right.
It's a very sad loss for me because players like this, I'd die for players like this now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd die for them now because they were so valuable.
Yeah.
Valuable. Even players like him and Silva and Wiltord.
Silva, fantastic
People
players.
don't realise how valuable
Underestimated, very underestimated.
People don't realise how valuable they were.
One of our invincibles. Another one of our invincibles.
I'm very sad. When I heard, I was,
I can't believe it. He was only 35.
His family.
He was only 35. So
when I actually watched that, I watched that video with these little kids, and I started crying.
What, he had kids?
With the little kids that he was hugging before the accident or before.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no! It's really sad.
I'm sorry. I just think it's sad. That's all I can say.
It's terrible. And the thing
rest in peace, Jose and
Jose. Absolutely.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you for everything, Jose. Great memories. All we can say is, see, we was talking about.
You could see how much he was fought about in the. I watched the funeral the other day.
Yeah.
There was lots of people there. Lots of people.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of people knew him. So what we can say is that when we're talking about bantering, it shows you that as passionate as we are about football, we have to understand in life, it's only a little part of society, because when we're talking about bantering, when something like that happened to poor Jose, we just realise it puts things into perspective, doesn't it? It puts things, and these are the real things to be upset and sad about.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I can't be upset about it. No, I know what you're saying. I was very upset about that.
You know what I mean? That's something to really be upset about. So it's the end of the season. Claude, what's your thought? So I thought we were possibly very unlucky to not get into the top four. I think in the final, even though we didn't turn up, I thought we were very unlucky again. I cannot believe that Alexander Lacazette didn't get a penalty, and it went to VAR and the referee didn't give it, which is fine. But to me, he should have booked Alexander then, because Afan Balaga, hopefully I'm saying his name correctly, came rushing out, fine. If you don't touch play, he caught him, and to me that's a penalty. And he went to VAR and it wasn't given. So I don't understand.
So we're not blaming the referee. Yeah.
Why? No, I'm blaming him for that. Yes, I don't understand why VAR. Why he didn't give.
I'm going to sum it up.
Alexander the yellow card.
Thank you very much. I'm going to sum it up.
Thank you.
Season to forget. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you.